Deconstruction for us was realizing that Christianity was forced on us.
I'm so glad I stumbled on this because I have been trying to have this kind of conversation with my parents, my very religious parents, for years. I went to school, and it's funny because they send you to school because they want you to learn, they want you to become smarter. And then when you come back and you've learned and you're smarter and you have questions, then it's a problem. I grew up in the church. I used to love going to church. But something definitely shifted once I turned, I think, 14 or 15. And it was when I met my first gay person. I honestly didn't even know that being gay was an option. I knew that I had an affinity towards women. I knew that I was attracted to women, but I had never seen that in reality ever because my parents never talked about it. It wasn't on TV, and I was really young, and so obviously sexuality wasn't something that was being discussed, especially back in the 90s, early 2000s. But because I didn't think it was an option, I thought there was something wrong with me. And it wasn't until I went to school and I met my first gay person and I brought it back to my parents and tried to talk to them about it, and their reactions were so disappointing. I had asked my friend, I was like, well, how do you know you're gay? And he said, Nika, the same way that you know you're straight. And obviously at that time, that wasn't true. But when I brought that to my parents, they didn't have anything to say to that. When I went away to college and I took, Africana studies classes, and it dawned on me, because it never had really dawned on me before, but it dawned on me that if slavery had never happened, the likelihood of us being Christian, we would have either been practicing our own forms of spirituality or we would have been Muslim. And when I brought that to my parents, crickets. When I brought that to other, spiritual leaders, people in the church, crickets. And on the rare occasion that someone would attempt to answer the question for me, it was almost framed as if the abuse was necessary in order for us to get closer to God and be introduced to God and all the beautiful things that he does for us. And obviously, that never sat right with my spirit at all. That didn't provide me the clarity that I was looking for. And I wanted so desperately to have the answers, have someone give me the answers that I was looking for, because I love going to church. I love what it feels like going to church. I love the positive messages that can be applied in your day-to-day life. I love how the music makes me feel. I love the sense of community. Black church is truly, at its core, is a beautiful thing. But there are so many deep-rooted issues that no one wants to talk about, that I feel are the number one reasons why people my age have decided to opt out of going to church, because it's just not worth it. Church is supposed to be a safe place. It's supposed to be a place of refuge. And if we can't talk about all the hard-hitting issues that are out there in the world, how safe is it really?